Yeah, hi, Dave. I just wanted to know how your meetings worked out yesterday. You said you and your coaches had some meetings to figure out some stuff, and I was wondering if there was any decisions out of that you want to share with us, other than the fact that you brought up three guys from the B group.
Yeah, no, we're just continuing evaluating. We just wanted to reassess where we're at. Were we happy with the way the practices were going? Obviously, these are unique circumstances, so on top of talking about the personnel, we certainly wanted to touch on if we were doing the right thing from a practice standpoint and working on the things we needed to do. We talked about a variety of things, so I don't know if I'm going to open the vault and tell you everything that we talked about, but we're happy with where we're at, and I thought we had a good day today.
Hey, David, you had talked the other day about Gordon Murphy and also about penalty killing. So I'm wondering, has he taken over Lindy's responsibilities on the PK? I mean, or has he brought us a different set of eyes to it that you might be making some adjustments, or is it pretty much, just standard operating procedure and you're going on what you did while
Yeah,
Lindy was?
I mean, Larry, we were fortunate because we were doing, basically the same thing in Hartford that we were doing here, so it was an easy transition for Gord to come up and assume the responsibilities that Lindy had. That being said, every coach has their own little tweaks to whatever they're doing. Even though the system might be the same, there could be a little bit of a different approach. And, Gord's fingerprints are going to be all over our penalty kill when we get into this series. So that being said, I would say 95% of the things that we're doing were what we were doing earlier in the season. Again, our penalty kill was very streaky. I thought we were good, we were very good, and then there were stretches where everybody wanted to close their eyes anytime we had to get on the penalty kill. So, when there are coaching changes to anything, even though the system might be the same, within the coaching personality, there are going to be some tweaks.
Just two things. One, do you have any reaction to the Lemieux suspension, or was it about what you were figuring? And two, would you like to toot the horn of your Hart Trophy finalist if that's what he turns out to be?
Yeah, first, the Lemieux suspension did not surprise us. We kind of anticipated something along those lines, so obviously we're going to miss Brendan in those first two games. And listen, Artemi has had a special season, and it's not a surprise. Not only is he a Ted Lindsay finalist, he's going to be a Hart Trophy finalist. So I think everybody knows how we feel about him here. He's a guy that leads the league in plus-minus for forwards. He's third in the league in scoring. He's first in 5-on-5 play. He has injected us with an awful lot of passion and enthusiasm on top of what you see on the ice. And there's no more of a deserving player than him to be in that conversation.
Yeah, hi, Dave. I was just wondering. I see that Booch was back today at practice, and that's good for everybody, I suppose. He's back in his regular spot. But I was wondering with what Capo did over the weekend. If you're still set with these lines, or if a guy could maybe do something that might move him up in the lineup a little bit, like Capo may have done over the weekend.
Yeah, that certainly is a possibility. And that being said, like we've talked about, I don't want to forget what happened the last 2.5 months of the season when we were playing good hockey. We had continuity within our lines. But this is the playoffs, and if things aren't going well, we don't have an awful lot of time to let people play through long, bad stretches. So there will be maybe a little bit of a quicker trigger from our end of it, moving people around during the course of a game. And we've all touched on how well Capo has played. That being said, Bucci had a really good second half, and he was a big piece of why we had success down the stretch. So, keeping Capo with Phil, both Phils right now, I think gives our lineup more depth, and it's a little bit more threatening if we can continue to see what we see out of Capo.
Morning, Coach. Coach, over the years, we've spoken to the players, and they always relish the opportunity to play in the playoffs because everything's on the line. This is going to be your first opportunity as a head coach in the NHL to experience it. What are you looking forward to most, and how is it different for a coach than a player?
I'm looking forward to coaching our team in the game again. The last 2.5 months were a lot of fun, and like I've touched on before, there was a real connection between the coaches and the players, and one goal and everybody on the same page, and it was a great group to be around. And really liked our practice today. I thought there was a little bit more purpose and focus within our practice. We're just looking forward to coaching a game again. I know it's going to be the playoffs, but I feel like we were coaching playoff hockey before this break because of the situation we were in. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, it's going to be different without fans, but, you know, we all know what's at stake.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Jess.
So over the last week, you've gotten at least a little bit of a look at Keandre and Libor, and wanted to know what you've seen from them that you've liked, but specifically with Keandre, just how important is it for him to get this time skating with the group during an unusual summer where there's no development camp, no other real opportunity for him to get in here and skate with the Rangers?
Yeah, it's a unique opportunity for him, and I just think it gives him a comfort level and a familiarity going into next season. Usually when, you know, I think it happens a lot when a kid signs late in the season after their college season, they come in and join an organization. Sometimes they're able to play 5-6 games, or sometimes they're just able to be around, and I think that will certainly lend for an easier transition when next fall starts. But what I really like about Keandre's game is how quick he's thinking, recognizing plays, his hockey sense. Obviously his physical skills are obvious to everybody. I mean, he skates really well, he's got great size, he's got a great reach. But I like the little small area plays he's been able to make and how quickly he's been able to move the puck.
Hey, David, sorry if you talked about this already. I'm sitting in my driveway.
Oof, that's a nice shirt too, Vince. Oof.
That on the off day, you were going to have a conversation in particular about the goalies. Can you tell us anything about how those conversations went?
We had it.
And anything you'd like to share?
Like I said, I'm not going to open the vault. We had a nice conversation. There's clarity on where everything is right now, not that there wasn't before.
Just to follow up on that last one, you said you had your conversations. Does that mean you had conversations with the three goalies as well?
Yeah, we talked about where everything was at, and you know, all three of them look good. All three of them look good, so we're in a good spot in the net.